Good morning. This is January 16th, first video of January. It's going to be a vlog. I've been away on vacation for a week, and the first week of January we're just kind of screwing around, so today is just going to be walking around, show you what we have been doing and what's coming on up in January. And in a second here, there it is. We are going to be showing you, we got this thing moving and running. So this is gonna be pretty sweet. You can see down here, they've used it once when I've been gone, and we spread the manure out quite nicely. That's awesome. So we'll check it out as we get the manure going and talk about it. Okay, so we're just starting to get a little bit of manure on now, but we're gonna come to the end. You'll see it's gonna trip, and it's gonna start going. That blade's gonna start going frontwards, and like that. There we go, and it's going frontwards. So. There we go. Now you can see we're starting to dribble. That's just okay. So you can see we got a nice steady stream of manure now, and there it is, just spreading it nicely. It's going to just spread back and forth, and then that pile will just keep growing up and up and up. It should be good. I should get a shovel. We'll see how much drier it is. We'll do that in a couple days. There we go. I am happy with that. It's a little different angle how it works. Spreading. Okay. Okay, so here we are. We're in the pull-up barn now, and here is our two birds. We have our brown bird Denise, and we'll call the white one Carrie. Hey Carrie, so it's kind of hard to see the physical difference because we got Denise standing and Carrie here, she's just laying down. They're just calm, just hanging out with me. I'm just checking them out, just physically looking at them, see their maturity. You can see their beaks look really good. They're just starting, their combs are looking really good. Sorry, come on Carrie, it's hard to get you in here. Anyways, I just wanted to give you a quick update of that's what's going on in the pull-up barn. They're growing. We are about 10 weeks old. And they are looking good. So let's keep on with the day. Okay, so we are back here in one of our implement sheds. Here's the 806. So before I left, we had the power outage, and I was talking about the block heater. So before I left, I've changed the block heater around again. So, and you can finally feel it move in heat. So in the instructions, so this used to be mounted right here. And it was when I got it, so I changed this heater because the wiring was gross on it, and I just changed it right here. And this hose, hold on, let's flip you guys around. This hose used to go over top of the motor. If you look in the instructions, they say you want this below both points. So I have now moved it to over in this location, put a 90-degree fitting so we get the hose nice so it's not touching the frame. Realistically, they want it on the same side of the block, but it just, correct me if I'm wrong, somebody, you probably know 806, but I believe this side is all intake, because here is our intake tube. So I think if I pull this plug, all it's going to be is air and not liquid, so I didn't bother pulling those plugs because, well, they've been in there for a long time. So what I did was, let's go around the other side. Instead of going over top of the motor, this is where your thermostat came. This is where it used to go in, but it used to be directly up and over. So I put a 90 and a 90, and I made sure my hose isn't touching anything sharp. And now it is working quite nice. I can actually finally feel the water moving around. I just plugged this in like 2 minutes ago, so we are, you can see the temperature gauge is starting to move. So that's positive stuff. I just plugged it in because I'm going to start it and see how it works out. Owen started it there a couple days ago. He says about 10-15 minutes you can probably start it. Like I said, this thing is cold-blooded, but I guess let's give it a fire. See if it will, and then we're going to start the Massey. Okay, So you can physically see she doesn't want to start yet. So we're going to come back in about 10 minutes and it should fire. And we're going to actually feel the block over there and it should be warmer, but 2 minutes, I'm not surprised it won't start. So in this vlog, we're actually going to start the Massey. We're going to get into the shop because we're going to start working on it. It's got a couple leaks in some areas that I want to address. So might as well get in the shop so we can start working on it in the next week or two. Now, we'll see how this starts. I might have to push the button, but so you can clearly see it's cold today. So I don't know if anybody knows, but on certain pumps of the Massey Ferguson, there is, where are you? In here, a button. Of course, if I put you guys down and got a flashlight out, I could probably find it, but I'm gonna go by feel. Maybe not. There it is. You heard it click. Now watch this baby fire up. Oh, killed it. Gotta commit. Okay, gotta go push the button again. Really should be wearing my earplugs. Anyways. There it is. Excuse me. All right. So also while I was away, Owen and Wes gave this shop a good clean, like the good floors. We've cleaned off all the fans, threw out a bunch of stuff. We got these 3 tractors in here for right now. So yes, once, twice, maybe 3 times a year we like to go through all the shops, give them a good clean. Just go through stuff, throw things out that you haven't used in a few years, put things back where they belong, because during seasons, certain times of seasons, you tend just to throw things in the corner and you forget about them and they're like, oh, that does not belong there. So come planting season, everything should be back to where it belongs. So that is enough for in here. We'll carry on to the next shop and see what's going on in there. Okay, the sun's coming out finally. We are elevating soybeans. There we are. Yeah. Watch our keep our roasted soybeans going up the grain leg. And into the feed barn. So let's go try that 806, see if she fires. So, I can officially feel the heat in the head. So, that means it's got to be working well. I would hope. Let's see if she fires. Shop, you can see our PTO generators in here. We are just waiting for a new gauge. The last time we used it, that gauge quit working, so we're just waiting for that particular piece. And we got the Shy 55 is back in the shop. So we were moving it around the other day and it actually just quit, so I replaced the coil on it. Works like a champ. So when we finished up last with this, before we went to the track, let's just flip you around here. So I had this cluster in here. You see it up there, and I was going to move the gauges. So I've pulled the cluster, I have marked all my wires, I'm going to start pulling that apart. I'm getting a piece of tubing, and we are going to make these gauges face more closer to the driver. So we're going down, we can look down, physically see the bottom gauges. So I'm just waiting for a piece of pipe. And oh, I got my headlights working on this car. They weren't working before, there's a bad fuse. And there's a couple odds in it. So when I put this switch panel in, the wires that go to the starter, they're still routed, and I always knew that, so I need to put this on the hoist. We're going to unhook, actually I believe the wires are unhooked from the starter, from the original harness, or the harness my dad put in here. I'm actually just going to pull that wiring out, so it's just out of the way, because it's underneath here, and if you're trying to do work and you're wondering what those wires are, if it's not me doing the work, you'll be chasing nothing. So that is what's going on in here. So today we'll be working on that. I'm actually going to leave that 806 running because Wes should be putting feed off to the baby chicks. So, this is game plan for this old rotating assembly. So where are you? We're shining up the old pistons, and I'm going to make a fixture. This is going to get suspended. I'm going to weld all the pistons. So it'll be kind of like that type deal. Anyways, they're all going to be the same. Like, it looks like it's in the motor. We're going to make a stand and a clear top, and this is going to be underneath a table that'll sit in one of the shops. It should look pretty cool when we're done. It's just going to take some time, and I'll show you when it's finished, or maybe I'll show you while we're doing it. We'll see what happens. But that's just a project that when I have time, I'll be tinkering with it. We're in the dyno room, and this is going to be put on the dyno in the next few days or the next week. It's a 400 Pontiac, so it just got finished up from the engine shop. This is for a customer of ours, more so a buddy. Anyways, that's going to get on the dyno, so that'll be kind of cool and fun. I always love dyno days. It's a good way to fill in the winter time and not working on tractors and other things like that. But so I think that's all I got for you guys today. It's just going to be strictly a vlog. There's really nothing action shotty today of what's going on. I hope you guys enjoy this. We will continue on in 2023. Hopefully you enjoy 2023 of what we're going to be doing. Like I said, barn rental's coming up. That's a big thing, and might have a surprise. We'll see what goes on. We might pull the trigger on something. We'll see what happens, but you'll find out later in the season as we carry on with our day. So make sure you like, subscribe, have a good one. Peace. Just kidding. So I worked away in the shop here, and I just thought maybe I should get everybody up to date on the 8260 with the Trelleborgs. If you've watched in a couple videos ago, the casings went in the back tire. So they put these on. We've talked with Trelleborg, and so there was 50% tread left on those old tires. So they're going to actually pay for 50% of these new tires, since we didn't get the full life out of the old tires with that casing problem. So I will give it to the company. That's pretty solid of them. So that is dealt with. It's over. We're good to go. So we're going to stick with that tire package. I don't know if I've really ever had these tractors side by side just like that, so you really get to see the difference between the thousands on the front, 1100s on the back, compared to the what do we got here? We got these are 710s on the front of the 8260 and 900s on the back. So you can clearly see the difference in the width. So that's cool. And also now that yesterday and today I've been working on this project, so you can see I've got this all tacked up and welded, and getting a little bit better at my TIG welds. Not so much on the sign off, but that's not too bad for a farm boy. So there is the cart. That's going to slide in there, and it's going to be welded and sitting here, and this is going to be a glass table on top. So that should be pretty sweet. Anyways, make sure, like I said before, like, subscribe. Have a good one. Peace.